Love. Love is a feeling we all feel in our lives, whether it be at the beginning, middle, or end of our lives. But we all experience love differently. I want to talk about how I experience love, since it has been around me my entire life. I believe I've only ever loved two people in my life, in the sense of wanting to spend the rest of my life with them, a romantic relationship. In the movie Hotel Transylvania, yeah, I know, what a crazy reference, they say that you only zing once. Zinging meaning that you only find your true love once in a lifetime. Well, I disagree with that statement, as a later sequel also disagreed, but that sequel is bad. We don't talk about that one. I believe that there can be soulmates, but I also believe that your soulmate isn't just one person, even though that's literally what soulmate means. Just stick with me here. This was hard to write. I believe that we find a soul to connect with based on the action that they do, or a trait. Kind of like Tamagotchi life. Many people can have this trait as, let's say, the foundation in which you resonate with them, but at the end of the day, the rest of them is what makes them, them. Is that hard to follow? I believe that the action or trait that resonates with me the most is having a lifelong friend, someone to talk to. I know that may not be shocking to a lot of you, that you would want your lifelong partner to be your friend, but I want someone who I can tell anything to, without the judgment of being in a romantic relationship with them. Someone who will laugh and make jokes with me, like a normal friend. The two people I believe I truly loved came from different parts of my life, but they are practically indistinguishable if you only look at them on the inside. But first, I want to explain how I feel love, since this is literally the premise of the entire video. Love to me is like an ache, a stomach ache almost, but it doesn't hurt. Well, it does hurt, but not in the physical sense. It is this sense of longing that feels like an ache of wanting to be with this person, but I simply can't. This longing brings bouts of anger and sadness, and I even blame the person that I can't love them. God, how about I sound like a lunatic right now? Now, we can get into our story time. The first girl I will talk about, I had known since I was about 5. That meeting was a one-off instance. We only really got to meet each other in the 4th grade. And I was in love with her from the start, probably because she was a year older than me. And very pretty. A man likes his cougars. What can I say, right, boys? Getting back on track. For about the next 4 years, we wouldn't have that many interactions or conversations, but I still liked her. Our relationship really flourished in 8th grade. Now, 8th grade was a really rough year for me. A year full of stupid mistakes and issues that an 8th grader shouldn't have been doing, which I still regret to this day. During that year, I suffered from really bad depression, which is sending me straight for rock bottom. But that's not the point. For some reason, this girl and I really hit it off towards the halfway point of the school year and into the spring. I was at her house every week, and before I even knew it, she was feeling for me too. We would play games, hang out, smoke, and cook dinner. And throughout all of this, my feelings for her were getting deeper and deeper. I even dog sat for her, and that piece of shit dog had me scrubbing the couch because he peed on it, man. Anyway, toward the end of the school year, one day, she just kissed me. And I, after a few seconds of feeling like I had just jumped from the moon and back, kissed her back. And for the next month, it felt like I was on cloud 9. Man, shout out Beach Bunny. Still one of my top 5 artists on Spotify. But one day, she said I couldn't come over. She had gotten bad grades and was grounded. Okay. 2 weeks later, I tried again. But her older sisters were over, so nope. And after that, radio silence. That summer, I went to Texas to visit my sister, and I just got nothing. I went into the 9th grade, and I guess we talked, but not like before. And before long, it was the same old for me. I don't even know what happened. I just assumed she didn't like me anymore, and I accepted that. Between 9th grade and the first half of 10th grade, I felt like I was in a trance, doing the same monotonous thing over and over again. All the shit I had done in 8th grade followed me, and I kept doing more stupid shit. So I really didn't make any friends. True bum behavior. Except for Michael. I think Michael is the only person I'll ever name drop in a video, because 1, he definitely won't see this video, and 2, all my friends who watch my videos don't know who Michael is. Michael was my one true friend at that high school. We shared the same theater class. Yes, I'm a theater kid. In theater, we kind of just had a bunch of free time. Theater is a really easy class, I won't lie. We would talk about basically anything, especially movies. Michael was a big fan of Scream. One day, he came to school in the Ghostface robes. Michael was a bit of a strange guy, a weird kid, and I would consider myself a weird kid too. Michael would tell me about how he was in a mental hospital, and it was interesting in all honesty. But compared to the other freaks I would meet in my high school years, he was definitely at the bottom of the freak scale. So shout out Michael. But Michael definitely made my days a lot better throughout my freshman year. But one day in sophomore year, I decided I wanted to move in with my dad. That can be a whole other video, but we're keeping it short. My damn fingers are hurting right now from all this typing. Hit the subscribe button so I have a reason to type this much, please. Back to the video. I moved in with my dad, so that obviously meant a new school. Now, before I even got there, I cried a lot. Okay, maybe a couple times. Not trying to be dramatic here, but it really was a big change. The big upside was that I left all my issues at the other school. There was no correlation, or I sure hope so. But the downside was that I left the few good friends I had, like Michael, and I had to make new friends. And social interaction is hard, guys. This shit ain't meant for the weak. But surprisingly, I made a couple of friends quickly, especially the guy I sat next to in English class. And after about 2 or 3 weeks, if I remember, I met the second girl, and our friendship started with just one simple question. Is this your handwriting? Now, I know this may sound crazy, but I actually got into oh my god. Now, I know this may sound crazy, but I actually got into a relationship right off the bat after getting into the school. I mean, what can I say? I'm simply a player. But this girl I was dating was low-key a nut job. Remember that freak scale with Michael? This girl was damn near at the top. For more context, I had gotten put in the normal US government class after I left the AP class because the teacher just threw paperwork at me like I was working a 9 to 5 on the first day I got there. Just for it not to count as a grade. You know what? Fuck you, Mr. Lamb. That's why your wife was a pedo. No, is a pedophile. Anyways, apologies for my obscene language. I was in this class with the second girl, that's what I'm calling her, and my girlfriend at the time. Now, after a while, I was not feeling this girlfriend, so I moved to the back corner of the class. And on one normal day in second period English, that second girl left her homework on her desk that day. She got put into a group with me and my new friend. So, being the kind and awesome guy I am, I took the paper and planned to give it to her in 5th period, which was the US government class. This class had B lunch, which basically means that we take our lunch between the class. So first half of class, then lunch, then the second half of class. After lunch, I mustered up the courage and walked up to the second girl and asked, "Is this your handwriting?" She said yes and thanked me. Now, I had no idea the ramifications this simple gesture of humanity would have later that day. While I'm chilling on the game, being a bum, I get bombarded with text messages from this crazy bitch of a girlfriend. I'll throw up the text messages on screen right now, but she was literally nuts, bro. After that, I quickly left that girl. Good riddance. And as if the fates shined down upon me, as if this was a movie, second girl moved to sit next to me. We mocked and made fun of that crazy bitch for so long, and I do not feel bad about it to this day. You guys saw those messages. Remember, fellas, if you're in the dating market, act like you're in a market. Keep the receipts. Back to the video. I liked this girl ever since we really started talking and became friends. I was interested in her at first because she was pretty. I mean, she is stunning to this day, but that's not the point of the video. Damn, I keep getting off track. I'm literally typing about getting off track, and I'm writing this. Wait, I'm reading this and getting off. Okay, forget it. But I didn't feel that love ache I was talking about until my junior year, because we kind of just grew apart. We would rarely talk, but when we did, it felt amazing. Before, we would talk a lot during sophomore year. I even called her my best friend. But something just changed junior year. Maybe she was just getting more mature and I just couldn't catch up. It just always felt like she would give me an inch and I would make it a mile. And into senior year, this gap between us grew. And eventually, I did something I thought I would never do. I betrayed her trust. I was always raised to not lie and be trustworthy. And I keep those same sentiments in all my relationships with anyone. But I guess I just felt betrayed in a way, so I felt justified. Whatever, man. It was dumb as shit, as I can tell you that. She told me a lot of things about the boys she liked, about the things she did that were questionable, and in turn, I heard a lot of things about her. Now, a lot of boys, no, men, I'm a man now. The men of social life, low social life, would call a second girl a garden tool. A tool you till dirt with. Now, I never cared about any of this, and I still don't. I am a firm believer in second chances. I do want to be a lawyer when I grow up, or in the future since I'm grown up. But I put myself around the wrong people. People who didn't like second girl. And in my sad emo boy era, I fed off their disdain and told them things I never should have. And I believe that I'm a bad person for that. After about a week, I folded and confessed to second girl what I did. I didn't tell her what, but I told her that I was sorry for anything I had done. She was obviously confused. And after a while, I found the person whose hatred I fed off of mad fucking annoying. And I dropped them. Can't let anyone dim my sparkle. But I believe I did all those things because of that ache. I wanted something to satiate that ache. And since I obviously couldn't confess my love like this was some high school drama, I went through other means. With all this in mind, I believe that feeling of love, that sensation, that ache, it comes from longing to want to have them, but you can't. Or at least, that's what my version of love is right now. I haven't actually gotten to experience a romantic relationship with love in it, just wanting that relationship to happen, or there was no real love in that relationship. So hopefully in the future, I can update this video and tell you all what that feels like. So make sure you hit the like and subscribe button to the channel. What the fuck? Is that even English? Just hit the like and subscribe button so you can eventually see the update and also watch me be bad at video games. Thank you all so much for watching. Luna Snow.